This video is going to be how to help improve your credit score a little bit organically. And this is something we can all do. And the best time to improve your credit score is kind of like shopping for cars. The best time to shop for cars is when you don't need one. The best time to work on improving your credit score is when you don't need your credit score to be really high. A little bit of extra information and just a little bit of extra concentration and effort can save you tens of thousands of dollars over the life of a loan. It's a huge deal. It's super easy and solvable once you know what you're doing, and that's what I'm here for. So if videos like this are helpful for you, I try to do a good mix of real estate stuff, kind of helping you in your world, and then stuff around the house on my channel. So you can hit subscribe. Hey everybody, Jake Morrell and Keller Williams. This is part 2 of how to improve your credit and your overall financial health in the calendar year ahead. I'm recording this in January. A lot of people are making New Year's resolutions around health and wealth. The wealth part is what I deal with on a regular basis in my business, and the health part is what I deal with in the regular basis of my life. And so some days better than others, but the important part is progress in both fronts. So, you ready? First thing is kind of addition by subtraction. Freeze your credit when you don't need it. A lot of people don't even know they can do this. You can do it on your computer. You can do it by phone. It's super easy. Each of the credit bureaus has it set up a little bit differently, but it doesn't take a whole lot of time, energy, or effort. You have TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are the 3 credit bureaus you need to address, and it will take you, I don't know, maybe 30 or 45 minutes if you've never done it between the 3 of them. It's not super complicated, and you can do temporary freezes. You can do, a permanent freeze until you need to, unfreeze it. And what a lot of people just may know that if you are a legal guardian for someone, whether it's a child, whether maybe it's an elderly parent, if you are a legal guardian, you should be freezing whoever that other person's credit is as well. If you have jurisdiction over that part of their world and they don't or can't, freeze their credit, because the worst thing as a parent, not the worst thing, a less than favorable thing as a parent is when your kid goes to apply for their first college apartment, or maybe they're going to buy their first car, and someone stole their identity and their credit information 6 years ago, and no one had a clue, because why would we? They were 12 at that point. It's an easily preventable thing. It is becoming more and more prevalent, and again, it takes 30 minutes. It's super simple. Do it once. It will freeze it until you unfreeze it. So if it is 13 years that it needs to be frozen until they can manage their own credit, do them a favor as the parent and guardian that you are, or legal custodian, of handling that for them in advance. The second thing, we're going to get real practical here. Did this purchase, did this subscription, whatever these things are in your world, did they make your life better, happier, or more fulfilled last year to the degree you should carry them on into the future? Quite frankly, this is something I do at least once a year, usually twice a year, because there's lots of things that kind of flow in and out of our world in real estate, and some of them are good to try, and some of them are just, it's a $12 a month thing, it's a $34 a month thing, and over the course of time, it just kind of bleeds into the bank statements. It kind of bleeds into the credit card statements. And then all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, man, this cost me, $500 last year. I don't think it really made my life better. It didn't make my business better. It didn't make my life more fulfilling. It didn't make me happier. And so you start trimming away those $13 a month things, those $34 a month things. And all of a sudden, you got a couple $100 back in your bank account every month. You stack that over 12 months, you got a couple grand. If nothing else, you've just bought yourself a free vacation just by making a little bit more, paying a little bit more attention to some of those things that have been in your life the last year that you might just want to have to evaluate, is this making my life better, happier, or more fulfilled in terms of reaching my life goals, whatever those are. Can you identify, similar thing, can you identify needs, wants, and wants on your bank and your credit statements? So your needs, things like food, gas, those sort of things, your wants, I don't know, maybe Amazon, whatever that is, and the hubs. I don't know, maybe Amazon. We've all been there. You show up, you got a package on the door, and you're like, I don't remember ordering anything. Like those kind of things. Can you go through, and I literally do this at least once a year, and what I do, you can do it however you want, is I take 3 months of bank statements and credit card statements. So it gives me a kind of round picture of a extended period of my finances, and I go through, okay, this was like a one-time thing, like you had to buy tires. Okay, it's a big expense, but it's a one and done kind of thing. But then you got these other things that start showing up, and you're like, what is this? What is that? And then you just get out a calculator, you add it up, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I got to make some changes. Well, it's better you make changes after that 90-day period than it is to do it 4 years later when all that thousands of dollars is gone. So can you identify the needs, wants, and the hub? The last thing, and this is super, super practical, and this goes into inflation, gas costs, energy costs, everything. Start packaging your errands together. The time and money this is going to kind of like vicariously give back to you in your life is freaky, okay? Because when you package your errands together, so you're going to go out and you're going to go to, return that thing at Home Depot, you're going to go to the grocery store, you're going to go to, that thing, you go to Walgreens or whatever. Instead of doing each of those runs after work or before work or whatever, you do those all together. What you're less likely to do in doing those things, because you're kind of pressed for time and you're kind of focused in, is you're gonna one, the total cost of goods is going to go down, because we all know if we're kind of lazy and we got wandering time schedules and whatever, we usually end up buying stuff and doing stuff that we otherwise wouldn't have done or bought. That adds up over the course of your calendar year. Your point of sale purchases is going to go way down. That's all the stuff that we're just we don't have on our list. We're standing out there at the checkout or whatever. If you still got 3 steps to go, you're subconsciously, you're much less likely to buy those things there, because you got to get to the next thing. It applies for your food, your grocery budgets. You're less likely to do those things if you got to go, to other errands, or you're going to make that your eating out night rather than the next 4 nights when you would have done an errand each of those nights. And next thing you know, you spent $60 on fast food this week. And how did I do that? Well, we weren't intentional with that. So your bank account's going to go up. Your point of sale purchases are going to go down, which means your credit card statements are going to go down. So you're spending less, you're saving more, you're doing smarter with your time, which gives you the ability to have more freedom, which I think is what we ultimately all want. All of which makes a more favorable bottom line to you and your budget and your financial health in the year ahead. It's those simple things that really improve the overall health and financial well-being of our lives. And if I can leave you with one last final thought, is my little mantra that I created for this year for me. It is feeling good is more satisfying than being satisfied feels good. Say it again. Feeling good is more satisfying than being satisfied feels good. We've all heard the expression, a minute on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. As we get older, it is more and more true. We understand that's not a cliche, that's fact, and that's gravity. And so over the course of my year, I'm evaluating a lot of those health and wealth decisions over that simple phrase. Feeling good health, feeling good financially, feeling good freedom, feeling good life is more satisfying than being satisfied feels good. I hope that helps. I hope it helps you just make a much easier, simpler, clearer filter in terms of your life, your goals, your objectives. If there's anything I can do to help you, if you are looking for opportunities in the realm of real estate, if you've come across this, I would be interested in this, or I know somebody who might be looking for it, just shoot me an email, shoot me a text message, leave me a voicemail, whatever. I'm looking at my board on the other side of the wall here. I have one of these boards, it's actually a little bit bigger than this, that is completely full of people I know that are looking for something, in need of something, or planning to do something this calendar year. So about half of my business is off market, and where I know people are looking for things, I'm a lot of times able to match buyers and sellers or needs and wants in terms of real estate in a calendar year. So if I can help you out, I'd love to help you out. If stuff like this is helpful for you and you like a little bit of a change of pace in terms of your normal real estate content, just go ahead and hit subscribe. My goal for this year is really to be one of the most helpful people you have ever come across on YouTube, and certainly in the world of real estate. And even if you're not in our market, if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, just shoot me an email. I'm happy to help. If you're like me, you're always wondering, like, what is around them when you have a blank canvas like this? This is one of the things that's around us. This is an oven mitt. I don't know why this is still up here. My wife was using this, like, I don't know, months ago. It's my oven mitt. Like, this is my good oven mitt. As much casual, it's the loan your bank account, okay, because